go. Okay, so we have Kimberly, Janet, Emma, Paris, Ken. I'm missing one. Damn it. Tiffany. Yes.
Oh,
no, I'm not looking. I'm
next
not
time we'll
looking.
mix another one.
Yeah.
Everybody
Always
gets their chance.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity.
Equal miss opportunity.
哦，对，然后刚刚 Nancy 有在空中分享，她小时候曾经就是玩过杂耍的，丢 twirling。Baton twirling 中文要怎么讲？就是像那种街上就是表演者丢那个棍子的那个，就杂耍啊。然后它两头是有一个圆圆的嘛，对不对？然后有时候可以点火啊，然后要
统称杂耍，
杂耍，看不出来他居然是玩过杂耍。然后 Leslie 就是小提琴出外就是都是学科数学对。
好可怜哦。
我是乖宝宝。
是吗？
所以你看他现在变成这个样子，现在超叛逆。
我教，
请不要给你的孩子太多 pressure。
杂技，他的杯子。
Here you go. Want to try shooting practice again? There you go. Oh, come on, don't point at me.
然后我小时候是想要打美式橄榄球，然后我妈因为不想要付钱去买那个配备，她想说你不能去，然后也怕我受伤，后来我去打英式橄榄球，然后就断了3根手指头，现在唯一比较明显的是这一根是歪的。
哦，好恶心哦。
Carmen Van Buren.
Yeah, we need to give him one. Are you alright?
你要一支麦克风给他们吗？
其实我们真的应该多拿一支麦克风进来 ，but 一支给他们就好了，他们就可以 take turns 啊，因为一次一个人讲。So yeah.
Phil, you gotta yell it.
In Taiwan. All right, yes, it is Friday once again, 3:28 in the afternoon as we are well into the last hour. This is Real Talk, where we have a little chit-chat with all of the ICRT folks who are here. We got Nancy, Philip, and Leslie. What's up?
Hello. Yo.
And also we have all of our interns. Should I do it again? Kimberly, Janet, Tiffany, Ken, Emma,
Always forget one.
Where's the last one? Oh, Paris, right? Always forget one.
How did you miss that one, dude?
There's only enough room for 5 in my head.
Getting old.
6 is just too much. Who said I'm getting old? Get out right now. Okay, so we're going to play a game called Never Have I Ever. Now, how this game works, I think everybody has an idea. So I ask a question. If it's happened to you, you raise the little... they have 2 signs in their hands. One is a circle, one is a cross. Okay, so let's go for an easy one, okay? 怎么了? What happened? Why is everyone... Oh, the dinger. Okay, the bell. All right. So the first question is... Never have I ever lied to my parents about where I am.
Come on.
When I'm supposed to be saying going to a class or some sort of, other activities. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 2 who's lied to their parents. 3 who's lied to their parents about where they went. Do you guys want to... Ken, 你没有吗？你从来没有骗过你爸妈？
可能
真的吗？
不赖。
看起来就是一个坏小孩的脸。I'm kidding. Okay, so Paris, what have you lied to your parents about?
Well, I lied my parents that I went to, study English.
Studying. You skipped out on English class. That's a big thing.
To say on an English radio channel.
Don't they? Yeah, shame on you. Don't they take attendance in English class?
Because it's free, you can just go. Yeah.
So the lesson is, don't send your kids to a free English class.
We're
They don't take attendance.
ICRT is free.
Tiffany.
Paris, what were you doing?
Yeah, what did you do, Paris? What did you do when you skipped out, when you played hooky?
Well, I go to cafe and study my school's stuffs.
That just sounds so sad. She skipped out on free English class so she could go study something else. Wow. Tiffany, what did you skip out on?
I skipped out on hip-hop class.
Why would you skip out on hip-hop class?
To study.
This is the girl who's always requesting...
calculus or something?
What did you do instead?
Okay, so I actually took
the class together with my best friend. So my best friend and I, we plan to just like go to her house and play video games.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Video games trump everything.
Honest answer. An honest answer.
Philip, did you raise a plaque? Did you skip out on something?
Well, I mean, I never had to. I have skipped out on things, but I was never like approached by my parents to ask where I was. So
Wow.
I don't.
You're like a free ranger. They just let you out and
Yeah,
do whatever you
just go do what I want.
All right. Okay. Second question. Never have I ever had a crush on my teacher at one of these activity classes or, extracurricular classes. Raise of hands. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Tiffany? Should I say their names? I don't know if I should. Okay, this is Emily, who's got something to share.
You can say my name. My mom likes to hear me talk.
Okay, but talk about this?
Okay, so in Hong Kong, I took Brazilian soccer, and all the coaches were Brazilian, right? And they were really hot.
Oh, okay.
And so like
You get a free pass for that one, obviously.
most of my teammates were boys, and I was one of the 2 girls who took soccer. And so the coach was especially nice to me because, I was like kind of one of the only girls, so he would always pass the ball to me before and not throw it to any of the other guys, so that I could have a bigger chance of getting to it and scoring.
Aww. Nancy, have you ever, fallen in love with one of your teachers?
Fallen in love? No, but crush.
Crush?
Yeah, the juggling and baton twirling teacher.
I thought that was a she.
That was a she, but you could
okay.
have a girl crush.
Sorry,
So
Well, I'm assuming because I know your, orientation.
Straight. What was that? That was in elementary school. Come on.
Okay,
She was really cute. Okay.
Everything is rather fluid in elementary school. Yes, Philip?
Well, I was just gonna say you can have like those platonic crushes where you're just like kind of infatuated with the person.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you're not as innocent
A
as the
blank
rest
look
of us.
on me, yeah, apparently. Next question. Never have I ever hurt myself in one of these classes or activities. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, you Philip's hurt himself. Ken, you've hurt yourself in what?
I hurt myself in breaking dance class.
You're a b-boy. Really?
Let's see.
Let's do a headstand.
Headspin right
Do
here.
a headstand. So how badly did you hurt yourself?
Bruise only.
Bruise only.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, are you one of those boys who go to like what is it, 国父纪念馆 to practice?
Yeah.
Oh really? I always love watching
I
them
went to
practice.
there.
Some of them are really good. Can you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pop it
Okay.
like a fool.
Yeah. on ICRT's Instagram today, please make sure you take a
Later
look.
today.
That is ICRT Radio. Okay, next question. Never have I ever had a fight with a teammate or a classmate in one of these classes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's get Kimberly to have a little conversation with us. What class is this? Or what activity?
It was in elementary school,
Yeah.
and she was my best friend, but yeah.
She said
And
was.
she did some things that just cut us out.
What did she do?
Yeah. 最后就切八段了。
It's
Sorry,
complicated.
that was
It's very complicated, yeah.
Whoa. So it's not just like she took something from you.
No.
It's more
Like mentally.
mentally did something to you. In like grade school? What are you girls doing to each other in grade school? My goodness. So you're not friends anymore?
No.
Okay. Did you have a physical fight or just like
No. Just,
okay, so it was a civil fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a civil fight.
What? Fight can be civil.
I challenge you to
It's a discourse. It could be a
Challenge you to a
discourse.
duel, sir.
Have you ever played dirty, you guys, in one of these like football games, basketball games, or Leslie's got a story? One of your violin practices, you played dirty?
No, I'm just thinking. I don't have a vivid memory, but knowing myself, odds are I probably have. And I'm just gonna put that out.
Okay,
there.
yeah, we'll take that. All right, the next 4 questions have a little bit more to do with your parents because they are the gatekeepers. They get to say whether you get to do something or not. And sometimes, well, you fight back a little bit. So here's the next question. Have you ever, never have I ever, stepped up to my parents or fought with my parents, be it verbally or physically? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Okay, we're going to get Emma a chance. Emma, come up here.
So I pushed my mother's shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah, cause
ballsy.
when I was little, every time they were talking about my grades, Yeah, and I got really angry, so I pushed her.
How do they talk about you? Like, do they compare you to someone else?
Yeah, they like to compare.
Oh yeah, I hate that too.
I know. They always compare me to my parents, to my cousins. Yeah. 你表姐表妹都可以这么好。Who do they compare you to? Friends or family?
My sister.
Oh, poor. So wait, your older sister or younger?
Younger
That's
sister.
way worse. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we have to make an agreement or a pact that if we become parents, if and when that happens, we are not going to compare our children to whatever.
Keep talking, Nancy. We'll record this part.
It's on radio now.
Yeah, your kids are gonna hear this.
Sometimes people are just better than you.
Sometimes we're just better than you. In my case, everybody, really.
And it also depends on what you're doing. I mean, like, they might be better than you in one area, but if you change it out, then you're better than them in somewhere else.
Yeah. Or you could just say,
Understand that.
you could say like, guess where I got my jeans from? Hello. Never have I ever been beaten by my parents. I mean, this is like, yeah, everyone's been beaten by your parents, right? I'm gonna say, Philip, I want to know your story.
Well, I mean, I was kind of was not being a good child. My dad was fixing a scooter, like a wheelchair, because he used to have a medical business. And at that moment, he was fixing the brakes, which happens to be a metal rod. And I don't remember what I asked him for something, I don't know, and he said no, and I got upset. And
Do you want to leave it there? Do you want to get your dad in trouble? Or?
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
I made a rude sign, and then he kind of chased me with the metal the rod. Yeah.
Did he throw it at you? Or he just chased you, like, intimidated?
He used it on my leg.
Okay. Okay. How's your leg doing now?
My leg's fine, but my mom was so mad at him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She came flying out of the house.
Oh boy. Did she take the rod and then beat him with it?
His mom is quite a strong woman from the stories that he's told me.
She's tiny, but she'll you don't want to mess with her.
All right. Okay, so I want to add an extension to that question. Like, how terribly did you get beaten? And I want you to tell the stories like, as in, this is a friend of mine, all right? I don't want to get any one of your parents in trouble. Anyone? Legally, it's still not binding. If you say it's a friend of mine, you can't.
And this happened in Canada, so it's fine.
Anyone has like a really good story to share? And I won't tell your names. No, everyone's like, I want to get fed tonight. I don't want to go home without any food. Fine, let's go to the next one. Never ever have I run away from home.
Who didn't?
I've never run away from home. Oh,
15 minutes.
Yeah, I guess we should say, half a day?
No.
Half a day? It's pretty long. How about just like over a meal, like you skipped a meal, because that's a pretty big deal.
If half a day is running away from home, then I run away from home every day. All right, let me just say that.
True. A day.
I did that. Sorry.
Okay, how about like the whole night?
No, I didn't. It wasn't overnight. I did that in kindergarten, actually. But I ran away in kindergarten, and because my mom was leaving for work, and I didn't want to be left at home with my dad because I liked my mom better at that time. Sorry.
At that time.
And then so I took I had a little chickadee plushie thingy, and then I took it, and then I walked out the door. I don't know what my dad was doing at that time, being irresponsible. And then I walked out the door, and then I went to my kindergarten. And then I just went to my classroom and I sat down, and my teacher realized what happened, and she called my mom to pick me up.
Did your dad ever find out that you were out of the house?
No, of course he didn't, but my mom came to pick me up.
Right, so he didn't, right? It took him hours before he found out.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Interesting.
I mean, everybody did, like, but you just kind of want attention. I was really young, like maybe kindergarten, or I don't know, like 8 years old, and where I live, there's nothing around. So, I mean, we can go outside whenever. You're not going to get hit by a car. There's no cars. You're not going to get hit by. There's nothing around. Anyways.
You're from like the 1910s or something, right? No, I'm kidding. He's from an island that has no, like, a lot of traffic.
Yes. Anyways, so I remember running away, getting mad. I don't know what my mom did, and I was mad. And so I went to run away, and I had these slip-on shoes that had a little Mickey Mouse on them. And as I'm running down the road, I hear my brother come out. He's like, Philip! And, I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, someone noticed that I'm running away. They're coming to give me, they're giving me the attention that I want. He's like, you forgot your shoe. He throws it at me.
Not walk an extra 5 miles. Oh,
I made it to the end of the driveway and no one came to get me, so I walked back.
Is that why you decided to travel so far from home now to see if they'll have you back?
I told them I would run away. I've done it.
Longest time you've ever been running away from home? Ken?
I ran away from home for 10 hours.
10 hours? Not bad.
When I was little, but I don't remember the details. But when I got home, because I was tired and hungry, and my mom stabbed me in the face.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sounds painful. Sounds painful. Were you this tall before?
No.
Because it would have been hard to reach you.
This tall.
Oh, gee. You're a kid. Okay, so out of all the questions we've asked today, one person has kept rather silent. Her name's Janet. So I'm assuming this last question is for her. And this question is just, do I still have a curfew at home? Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
What time
Right now?
What time is
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? And can you tell us how old you are, or approximately how old you are?
I'm 22 years old.
22. Do any of you guys still have curfews? Yeah.
Did I ever have a curfew?
But okay, Janet, what would happen if you don't make it home for your curfew, for the 10 o'clock curfew?
My mom will crazy call me.
What if you don't go home the whole night?
I didn't do it.
Okay, she never did it. Would you just be like, don't ever come home?
No.
Wait. Does that make you want to break curfew, or does that make you want to listen to her?
She's a good
I
kid,
know.
though, right?
I would totally want to rebel.
Under that sort of pressure, I'd be like, nah, then I'm never coming home. Are you kidding?
Especially with the crazy calling.
Yeah.
That would drive me up the wall.
Right. Like if I ever had
She's
a fight
like, I'm not stepping up to the mic.
If I ever had a fight with my spouse and she said like, don't ever come home, I'll be like, okay,
Fine.
yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
when someone puts a limit, you just want to break it.
That's true.
Okay, we got a whole lot of I guess dirty little secret from our interns today. But one thing, don't forget, your parents may set curfew on you. I mean, they may tell you what you can or cannot do, but they still love you, and that's why if you decide to join ICRT's Battle of the Bands, your parents will still come and support you. So make sure you sign up before July 31st on our website, www.icrt.com.
Can I just get one thing in really quickly?
Final remark.
I have spent my whole life towards academics and violin and the Chinese and the math, and I immensely envy math. I immensely envy anybody who can handle like an instrument, like a guitar or drums or things like that, because I look at that, I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that.
Handle a violin.
Well, what he's saying is that you can't handle it very well. That's what he's saying.
Okay, if I went to Battle of the Bands with a violin on stage, do you know how not cool that looks?
You know, actually, there's been violins on stage.
Yeah.
That's why, like, any genre will go.
I just don't think I could rock it, man. Like,
they rocked it. It was rock and roll violin, I'm telling you.
I didn't learn that kind of violin. I learned Beethoven. All right. So if you learn drums, if you learn the guitar, if you learn rock and roll violin, man, you have this opportunity to show it, man. And I think you should just go for it. I can't do that.
Leslie, we got to form a band together. That's what we got to do.
We tried.
In fact, that is currently a mini-series on ICRT's Facebook about how we're trying to form a band just a week before Battle of the Bands. You can go to ICRT's Facebook and take a look.
It goes as well as you think it goes.
All right, that is our Real Talk today. Once again, don't forget ICRT's Battle of the Bands. Registration closes on July 31st. Make sure you go to our website and look up all the information you need to look up and upload your demo. www.icrt.com.tw. Thanks to all of our interns and Leslie, Nancy, and Philip. Thank you.
Sure.
Here's out. S Club 7.
Hello, handsome and gorgeous. Thank you for watching our video. If you like more general shenanigans or artist interviews, please make sure you click to the next video. But also make sure you subscribe to us by pressing the bell button down here, because we like to tell you more about fun stuff coming up.